Get Out is written and directed, I believe, by Jordan Peele, and it has been out for a while now. It came out in about March or April, and the reason that I didn't see it in cinemas was because I didn't have the balls to go see a horror film in cinemas, and I just didn't want to go see a horror film. I don't like horror films, what can I say? But everyone has been saying it's so good, and it's been getting nominations for all these awards, and everyone's just been saying, oh, Get Out was one of the best films of the year. So I was like, you know what, I have to kind of force myself to watch this. Maybe it's good, who knows? And I did see it, because obviously I'm reviewing it, and after I saw it, I kind of left it for a few days. I saw it a couple of days ago, and I sort of left it to sit for a bit, just to see if my thoughts on the film now are the same as my thoughts on the film when I first finished it. And I do think that when people said that Get Out was really good, I did not think it was going to be this good. I think it's safe to say that Get Out is probably my second favourite film so far this year. Personally, I do feel that this film accomplishes everything it sets out to do. It tells an incredibly powerful and thought-provoking story about racism and how race is viewed in America in a sort of a post-racism world. It's also an incredibly exciting and surprising and intense and scary horror film, but it's also a really funny and enjoyable and rewatchable film. And I want to talk about that comedic aspect because I think this film took a big risk sort of introducing a comedic aspect to the film. And Lil Rel Howery, who plays the comedic relief in this film, because of the way his character was written and how he performed, it really worked. I think the comedic aspect of the film is one of the best parts of the film. He had me laughing in every scene he was in. And I do think that the sort of comic relief was a risk that paid off, because I think it was a really smart move, and it just made the film feel so incredibly unpretentious. Because this is a film that deals with a lot of serious topics and themes, and just that comedic aspect makes it feel a lot more lighthearted and a lot less pretentious, like I said, and a lot less like this serious sort of intellectual film, which it is, but just that comedic aspect makes it feel more enjoyable. Now let's talk about Jordan Peele as a director. Now I believe that this is his first sort of full-length film, and he has said that he is a big fan of horror films. I am not, but I do think that his love for this genre really shows, because this guy crafts some seriously intense scenes that are just packed with this tension and suspense, and almost the entire film gives off this sense of eeriness and sort of uncertainty and unpredictability that I think a lot of films nowadays don't really accomplish. The film was funny and it was scary and it was so much, but it never felt overbearing. And I think that that is one of the best things about this film, is that it manages to pack so much content into an hour and 40 minutes, but it never ever feels like it's just shoving it down your throat, and that is one of the best things about this film. Also, because it is an hour and 40 minutes, for the most part I do feel that the film feels incredibly tonally consistent, and there isn't that sort of small bit in the film where I was like, that could have been cut out, that was slow. I always felt that the film felt very focused on this story and this message that it was trying to convey, and it never sort of meandered anywhere, and I was constantly feeling excited and I just wanted to see more. And there is sort of a plot twist reveal, and a lot of films nowadays don't really know how to handle that, because a lot of plot twists kind of sort of just come out of nowhere and don't really relate to the film. But I feel that the plot twist was sort of built up from the very beginning and it felt earned, and that is something I really respect from the writing and the directing. And the plot twist was great, and the third act is completely crazy in the best way possible. I loved the third act. The acting, Daniel Kaluuya, who because of this film is getting a lot of buzz. He's one of the more popular actors right now. He is in the upcoming Black Panther film, which I'm so excited for. But I actually remember seeing him in Johnny English Reborn back in like 2011, 2012. He was really good in that film, but in this film, my god, the guy is so good. He's really, really good. And also Alison Williams, this is the first film I've ever seen her in. She was also really good, and her character was really interesting. There was so much depth to her, and I think that if you've seen the film, then I think you understand exactly what I mean. Just all the performances in general were really, really, really good. My biggest issue with this film is the ending. I think that because the rest of the film leading up to the ending was so incredibly forward and so focused on telling this powerful story about how people of colour are viewed in America in sort of a post-racist environment, and it conveys that message in such a simple and sort of straightforward way, and it doesn't really hold back. It is definitely a film that is not pulling its punches when it comes to sort of being a little bit different, and the acting and the directing is so good, but I feel like the ending felt sugar-coated, and I didn't like that. But one of the good things about seeing a film so late is that there is an alternate ending online. You can find it somewhere online. I watched it And I can say that I love the alternate ending. I liked it so much more than the original ending. It genuinely feels realistic and grounded, and it is still very satisfying. I think that the next time I watch this film, which I will because this is a very rewatchable film, I will watch it with that alternate ending in mind because it is better. And with that in mind, I have decided to give Get Out an A. Guys, thank you as always for watching. I'll have my review for Inception out as soon as I can. Thank you.